Okay, so first step, I've taken the glass off this side of the case and taken the back off. I guess I'm taking the glass off the front side of the case. This is really great because it's already got stuff, you know, partly ready to go. So I'm already glad I've watched some videos on how to do this online, because here are the instructions for the case, which were inside this box, which were inside the case itself. And the first instruction is how to remove the panels, which I wouldn't have been able to do unless I knew how to do that, because the instructions on how to remove the panels are inside the panels that needed to be removed. So already off to a killer start. Alright, so all the videos I've seen, they always put the power supply in first, but the instructions seem to indicate that they want the motherboard to go in first. So let's open that up and take a look at the motherboard. Oh! sorry. Look at that. Nice packaging. I got some Velcro. Got drivers, which is not going to be much help since I'm not going to have an optical drive on this. Ooh, and stickers. Yeah, we might have to use some of those. Lots of books. Quick installation guide. Hopefully there are several languages in there, because that does not look quick at all. And here she is. Not sure how well you'll be able to see it through the plastic sleeve, but I'm not going to open that until we have to. Ooh, yeah. Alright, so there are a lot of different languages in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Looks like about 15. So the English section, the section I'll be reading, because I could never do a computer in any other language, is only 45 pages. So, a little reading, get back to you. So according to our instructions, our first thing we want to do is install our CPU into our motherboard. So let's get that open. Got our cooler. Oh, there she is. Let's see, make sure. What else we got in here? Anything? No, nothing else in the bottom of the Ryzen 7. So here's our Ryzen 7 cooling stack. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. These are cables. Try not to touch anything that isn't plastic. Ooh, look at that copper. That looks so pretty. It's translucent, so the RGB will light that up. It's gonna be so cool. Alrighty. You gotta be so careful. I don't want to mess anything up. I know you can't touch these. You don't want to touch any of the pins. So you only touch it by its sides. So there's little finger spots right there, and all the gold connectors. This is getting very real. Interestingly, they talk about eliminating static all the time, and then they got this foam in that. You would think that would create static. It sits right in there immediately. Lock that in place. Oh, the motherboard is zip tied to this foam. I'll call it a bumper. And nowhere in the instructions that I can find does it say to remove that. But yet, it's obviously got to be done. So I can get to this panel underneath here for the cooler stack. Boy, I have no idea if I'm using the right words for these things. I watch some videos and there's so many words and there's so many acronyms, it's maddening. So gonna get the second tool. The first tool of all use for PC building is a Phillips screwdriver. So it actually turns out I don't have to take that panel off on the back. I don't have to take these screws out because this has a very cool little like latching system. Come on. When you're home. Alright, so next we're going to install our DDR4 16 gigs by 2 RAM. Okay, press firmly but gently. Alright. Firmly but gently. Don't know what that means, but we're going with it. Right. RAM is installed. Yeah, I think it's time to get this this baby in the case before I put any more stuff on it because it's getting kind of heavy. So let's get the least glamorous of the family, but probably the most important, because without a power supply, there's nothing. I suppose without a motherboard there'd be nothing. Don't mind those. Those are empty boxes falling. Wow, wow, wow! Big old book for that. Look at that. That's interesting. It's in a bag like a... What do we got here? Cables! All sorts of cables. All of our... Let's mark those just in case. More ribbon cables, more power cables. Alright. That's going to be fun. That's going to be the fun part there. Oh, it's going to be upside down. It's got to go in with the fan facing down in this unit, so all my my words and stuff are going to be upside down. Oh well. So back out again, because it really helps if you put the cables in first. Figure out all these and which ones I need. I don't know. Just looks like gobbledygook. So having stuff is fun, and oh no, what was that? What was that? I had this from when I started running, and I was running in the winter, and it was very dark in Chicago early, so it's gonna hopefully be helpful. Alright, well that was easy. Cable management, fishing cables through stuff. Plugging stuff in. That's my theme song. Theme song. Theme song. Still not sure what to do with these case fan wires. What else we got here? More cables. So now we're going to put the solid state drive in, and in this motherboard, for whatever reason, it's underneath this kind of shield here. It calls it a heat sink. I don't really know about that. So it doesn't tell you in the instructions, but it's there's thermal paste. And there was thermal paste right there that was holding it on, and when it let loose, it scared the crap out of me. And I'm kind of sad I didn't have the camera running, because you would have heard me think I broke my machine that I haven't even finished yet. 512 gigabyte SP. I could win a Nintendo Switch apparently. Yeah, good. Maybe I'll win that and sell it and recoup some of my costs on this. And it never says to put this back on, but I assume we're going to put that back on. So many tiny screws. Yeah. That voice reminded me of a character I created for a nutrition show for daycare kids. It was called Veggie Magic, Vegetable Magic Show. And there was a carrot named Colby the Carrot who would sing. He sang a rock and roll version of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star about being a carrot. Alright, SSD drive installed. Boom, boom, boom. So we're starting to run out of parts, which is a very good sign, but I was enjoying this from the book for my motherboard, the Steel Legend AS Rock Polychrome Sink. Polychrome Sink is a lighting control utility specifically designed for unique individuals with sophisticated tastes to build their own stylish control lighting system. Oh boy. This is where we are right now. So we'll turn off the headlamp there for a second and admire my quarantine hair and my folded up green screen that's when it's down to be used. I can't use the AC. And try to figure out this graphics card. This is a Gigabyte. Can't say any of the names in normal voice. I don't know why. I think we're just gonna drop it in there and take out the corresponding back panels. So in one of the build videos I watched, one of the guys was saying how he cannot undo these thumb screws himself. And I was like, what the heck kind of wuss is this guy? And no, he's not kidding. It's like these things have been put in there by some sort of angry robot who was obviously having some very bad day. So when we put them back in, I'm going to try very hard not to over tighten them. And as my family's watching this, which I'm sure the only people that will watch this will be my family, they will know that I come from a family of over tighteners. My father is an over tightener. My grandfather was an over tightener. Got the camera closer to the AC unit now. Bet it sounds great. Sure, it sounds like a bear over there. Rah, 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 rah. I'm gonna grumble the AC unit. But the price was right. I was looking at the instructions, the very, very thorough 2 paragraphs, or not even paragraphs. And I don't think they even tell you to remove that cover. But I know you have to. Because if there's a few things you don't mess around with, it's 1 named singers and 3 named actors. Don't even get me started on the middle initial actors. Woo! Although I believe on IMDb, if I am still listed, I don't know that I am. I have to look. I'm listed as Ed Fairman II. Because, you know, when I got my first IMDb listing eligible thing, I was a pretentious 20-something, or late teen. No, 20-something. Alright, I gotta find which cord this is. That's my hard drive. We know what that is. Alright. We got this. We got this. So it's officially day 2 of my build. I certainly didn't spend all day yesterday on it, but you will notice a different shirt. Could have put on the same shirt and just pretended, but I like this shirt. Pew, pew, pew. And I realized yesterday I forgot to get myself any Henry Cavill I'm building a PC poses. So let me try and get my guns. Maybe I should, you know, like go full, you know. I don't think I own any tank tops. So, plus I've got a heck of a farmer stand, so go full Henry Cavill. I'm built. Now I know he really built the thing, and I know he's really a gamer, and I'm not even a gamer. So, because this is going to be for a stream of my show, coming into your living room at 4K, baby. Meow. So the only thing we have left to do is install the hard drive. I got 1 fan header left to hook up, which will take a second. Button it up and test it. One of the things I did not realize is that even though, sorry, that's the AC, even though my fans are 3 prongs, the fan headers on this board, let's see if I can get that there better. Instead of running it across. I'm gonna run it up. Yeah. Don't love it, but that's okay. The fan headers on the board are 4 pins. You can use 3 or 4 pins, which I did not realize. Alright, get my light here. I don't like at all this all hanging out. I don't know, I might have to get a different cable for that eventually, but right at the moment, not in the budget. Alright. So we've got here our Seagate Barracuda 2 terabyte. Hermetically sealed for your protection. And Funkin' Wagnall's backyard since noon yesterday. There, that is a super duper old reference. That's even too old for me to know. Alrighty. How's this going? How's this go in there? Just goes in there, I guess. Just lives in there. I don't know. Doesn't come with any screws. Heck, I don't want it just sitting in there. It'll flop around if I carry it. Like, oh, there's screws there. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, I gotcha. It's probably these fellas here. Funkin' Wagnall's back. That is an old Johnny Carson joke. He used to do this character in a Great Karnak, or it wasn't Carjack, that would be wrong. Karnak, I want to say it wasn't. And he would hold up envelopes to his forehead and then say, like, kind of the setup to a joke, and then he'd open the envelope and it'd be the punchline. And the one I remember was he held up the envelope and he was like, 1776. And then Ed McMahon goes, 1776. And he opens the envelope and goes, what is the current balance of my checking account? Or, you know, I don't even know if it was his own or it was like he was making fun of someone else who had just recently lost all their money or something. But anyways, the envelopes had been stored, hermetically sealed, in a mayonnaise jar in Funkin' Wagnall's backyard since noon yesterday. Alrighty, so tuck our power cables in there. We're gonna just try to get this mess. I have to say, my friend Finn, who recommended this chassis, definitely did me a lot of favors by picking something with just lots of space in it for a first build. I know I've seen some other build videos, and they are just, you know, as you get better at this, and they can work in much smaller spaces, but this just has tons of room in it, and I really appreciate that. Get a look at the other side, and it's just, I mean, it's a massive cavern. It's just massive. Alright, I gotta look in the book and figure out which one of these is the number 2. So I want to plug it into number 2, because we're gonna boot from that solid state drive that I put in there earlier. Alrighty. I have to say, honestly, other than that guy right there, I'm pretty happy with my cabling for a first build. But like I said, Finn did me a lot of favors by just giving me a chassis with just a ton of room in it, so I could do all this. Well, I'm gonna kind of do a once over here. I think that's all the parts. I think. I'm building this thing and I don't even know what I'm building. So I was kind of cleaning everything up, and I discovered in the motherboard little folder here that comes with it, some more hook and loop ties. I think I'm gonna try maybe get that together a little bit. Now I know most people would use zip ties, but I'm a little bit afraid that if I have to take this apart for some reason, because I did something wrong, if I cut, I'm a little, you know, cutting a zip tie near these cables, and fear that, you know, I were to accidentally cut the cable or even nick the housing. I don't know if that really helped much. I think it did. Alright, I'm going to throw the glass on it. We're going to close the curtains. We're going to turn it on and see what the LEDs look like. I started to peel this off without the camera being on, and it's just so satisfying that I knew I had to get it. That's the good stuff. And I see I have fingerprints all over the inside. I'll have to clear those up. And I think we'll probably have to get rid of the big caution tempered glass handle with care sticker. But let's get these curtains closed, get these lights off, and see what these LEDs look like. All right, the moment of truth. That little red light you see, that's the camera light reflecting in the glass. Well, there you go. So in my haste to get this all done, I kind of failed to realize that my old desktop monitors are not HDMI, and of course the new rig only has either HDMI or DisplayPort, because why would you want to run a beautiful graphics to a crappy old monitor? So my wife pointed out that our old flat screen television that was in our bedroom is an HDMI capable. So at the moment I am, let me do a very professional pan, tilt, maybe a little dolly move here. Yeah, on tripod, that's very easy, nice and jerky. I'm running the rig right now on this television, which for the life of me, I can't figure out the settings to get stuff to fit on the screen, which is kind of funny to me. But it's running, it looks gorgeous. And I'm getting my, as you can see, I'm getting my Adobe Premiere set up so that I can start editing this video that I'm making right here, right now.